If the way right, then we straight right. I get money, Kid Cudi, day and night.
Has a target on it. And Minneapolis, Minnesota has landed in Donald Trump's crosshairs. He's sending shots out to Minnesota. Donald Trump said, it's time to stop the fraud, it's time to stop the scamming, and he's ready to shut it all down. Now, Donald Trump has sent his enforcers to Minnesota to shut it down, and I believe that his enforcers are definitely taking action. Now, I want to say Minnesota's always been a good place, but Minnesota has always had its issues with crime as well. And even though there's always been fraud and scamming going on, you never think that people like a governor, a mayor, and a congressperson will be involved in scamming and frauding the people of Minnesota. I really believe that anybody in Minnesota that pays taxes should really be mad. But Donald Trump is ready to shut it down, and he has something to say. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe to the channel so you can be down with the team. And before we get into this video, I gotta apologize. Y'all probably hear some noise in the background. That's one of my dogs. She's a fat dog and she's sleeping, and she snores when she sleeps. I apologize once again. Try to ignore it and just focus on this content in this video, because I believe you guys are really gonna like what you see and you're gonna love what you hear. Let's hear what Donald Trump has to say.
Omar should be sent out of our country. She should not be allowed to be a congresswoman. She married her brother either to stay or to get him into the country. And yesterday she, I guess, made up a story. She said the police attacked her son. They stopped a car and the police said, we never attacked him, we never stopped him. It was a made-up story. She's a con person. She's full of con.
She's definitely full of cons. I mean, Ilhan Omar went from having regular income, she had basic income, to being worth $30 million these days. How did she do that? I believe she did that from conning, from committing fraud, and being part of the scams that's going on. And I agree with Donald Trump when he says it's time for her to be kicked out of Congress, and it may even be time for her to get sent back home to where she came from.
She says, zero. She said, you ought to get her the hell out of our country. That's what you ought to do. She made up a story that the police stopped her son's car and they harassed the hell out of him. It turned out to be a fake story. There was no stoppage of his car, and there was no harassment. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices on everything at unprecedented levels. How about the new thing in Minnesota with the Somalians?
Trump got all the smoke for the Somalians. He definitely sending shots to the Somalians right now. He ready to send all them back to wherever they came from, but he's ready to get them out of Minnesota, that's for sure.
They stole, now it came out, the great U.S. attorney up there, they came out, think of this, $9 billion, and they think.
So you mean to tell me these Somalians came to Minnesota and was able to scam $9 million? I mean, actually, I heard it may be in between $9 million and $19 billion. Was I saying million? I think he was saying billion. And how did they do that? I mean, they really had to have some help from people in high places to be able to scam that much money, because in a place like Minnesota, I mean, you don't just get away with stuff like that. So I agree with Donald Trump, man. He wants to send them packing and send them back home, and I think that needs to happen because $9 to $19 billion stolen from the taxpayers of Minnesota. That's crazy, man. I mean, my mom pays taxes in Minnesota. I mean, I got a lot of family and friends that pay taxes in Minnesota, and you just stole from all of them. You stole from them, it's like stealing from me as well. And I think anybody that pays taxes in America should feel that way.
That's just the beginning. They stole. Think of it. In their country, they live on nothing. They have nothing. They come here and they steal $9 billion. Are we stupid? I mean, how do we allow that to happen?
$9 billion.
Ilhan Omar should be sent out of our country. She should not be allowed to be a congresswoman.
I agree.
She married her brother either to stay or to get him into the country.
How did they even come up with that? Whose idea was that? Like, we should get married. You marry me, I can come to America. I marry you, you can stay in America. Or whatever the situation was. I mean, how did they, what? Oh, man, it's crazy, man. Trump, man, you could say whatever you want to say about Donald Trump, but one thing you cannot leave out is that Trump has been doing everything that he said he's going to do. And whatever pressure that he's putting on Ilhan Omar and the rest of the Somalians in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm not saying that all of them are bad and all of them are scamming and committing fraud, but the ones that are, I agree with them, man.
And yesterday she, I guess, made up a story. She said the police attacked her son. They stopped the car and the police said, we never attacked him, we never stopped him. It was a made-up story. She's a con person, she's full of con. She says, zero. She said, you ought to get her the hell out of our country. That's what you ought to do.
I agree.
She made up a story that the police stopped her son's car and they harassed the hell out of him. It turned out to be a fake story. There was no stoppage of his car and there was no harassment.
Nobody
But think of
footage,
that,
no
in Minnesota,
nothing.
this beautiful place, once beautiful, I don't call it beautiful, you got a governor who's a stupid.
Minnesota is still a beautiful place. It's just having serious issues right now. But I believe Donald Trump and his enforcers are going to clean it up. And this will be a great place once again. I mean, a lot of people move to Minnesota just to have a better life, a better quality of life. There's plenty of opportunities in Minnesota, and I just want to see the city be great again.
Person and a corrupt. He's corrupt and stupid. But he allowed this to go on. He allowed this to go on. Everybody knew what was going on. But what nobody knew is over $9 billion. And the people of Minnesota are not happy. And you know who's running for governor? Mike Lindell. Do we like Mike Lindell? That man suffered. That man suffered. What he did, what he went through because he knew the election was rigged. And he did it. He just did it as a citizen. Mike Lindell, I'll tell you what, every time I introduced him, he got the biggest hand. I hope he does great. He deserves to do great. That man suffered. These people went after him. They went after his company. They did that with me too, but at least I knew what I was getting into.
You know what I see? I see a lot of problems for Tim Walsh, or as Trump likes to call him, Tampon Tim Walsh. He's about to be out of there, man. These people want him to be fired. I heard he was running for re-election. I don't think he's going to win. And Donald Trump is endorsing somebody else to replace him. So you know that Tampon Tim Walsh is in his last days of being in office. I mean, he should be. He tried to act like he didn't know what was going on with the fraud that was going on, and if it was $9 to $19 billion being scammed, please believe Tampon Tim Walsh had to get some of that money, and that's the reason why he's trying to act like he didn't know it was going on. It's crazy, man. Get him out of there.
He was just a guy that said, geez, this election was so crooked, it was so rigged. He fought like hell. That guy deserves to be governor of Minnesota, I'll tell you right now. You know, Minnesota's a great place, and this is a great leader right here from Minnesota. He loves it. Not happy with what's going on up there, and I think he'll take care of that situation. We're all with you.
With your help.
No, you have my help. What's happening up there is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Billions of dollars have been stolen. Billions sent back to Somalia.
A shocking courtroom decision in Minnesota is now raising serious questions about justice and accountability in the U.S. In a move experts say almost never happens, a judge overturned a unanimous jury verdict in a massive $7.2 million Medicaid fraud case. The ruling came late last month from Hennepin County Judge Sarah West, and it has sent shockwaves through the legal world.
Sarah West. Dirty. She got her hands in the cookie jar. How could she dismiss that case if all the evidence proved that the guy that was being accused was definitely guilty? Him and his wife was guilty of committing the fraud. I mean, $7 million? They definitely paid her off. Because there's no way in the world, especially in a state like Minnesota, they got off. Especially after the jury found him to be guilty. That's crazy. The jury found this man to be guilty and the judge still dismissed the case? What is going on in Minnesota?
Timing is critical. Minnesota is already under intense scrutiny for a series of welfare and human services fraud scandals. Billions of taxpayer dollars are at risk. Now, critics warn this ruling could make it harder to hold people accountable for fraud involving public money. Legal experts say judges rarely throw out jury verdicts, especially in white-collar cases, where crimes are often proven through financial records, patterns, and paperwork, not eyewitnesses. University of Minnesota law professor Jane Ann Murray told Fox News she was surprised by the decision. She explained that Minnesota has one of the toughest legal standards in the country for cases based on circumstantial evidence.
Right. Minnesota does not play, man. So I'm surprised as well. I mean, well, really, I'm not surprised because when there's money involved, anything is possible. And I believe that that man made so much money, he was able to pay off the judge. And that's why the case turned out the way it did. But you know what? Donald Trump is in town, and he about to shut all that down. That man ain't playing.
Prosecutors must rule out every reasonable explanation of innocence. That is a very high bar. Judge West said prosecutors did not meet it. The case centered on Abdel Fattah Yusuf, who was found guilty by a jury on...
You heard that. The jury found this man guilty. And, I mean, by the looks of this man's hairline, he's definitely guilty, man. Ain't no way in the world you can convince me that somebody with a hairline like that is not guilty, man. The hairline say it all, man. It's written all over his face.
6 counts of aiding and abetting theft. Prosecutors said Yusuf and his wife stole millions from Medicaid while running a home health care business. They argued the business had no real office, operated for years out of a mailbox, and used public money to fund a luxury lifestyle. However, Judge West overturned the verdict. In her ruling, she said there was a reasonable chance that Yusuf's brother committed the fraud without Yusuf's knowledge. Because
if it was his brother, where is his brother? Who is his brother? Bring him to the front, please. We need to talk to him then. But I don't think it was his brother because there was enough evidence to prove that this man with this messed up hairline, as well as his wife, was doing crooked business. They paid this lady, this judge right here, and she let it go, man. And that ain't right.
Of that possibility, she said the state failed to prove Yusuf knowingly took part in the crime. The decision drew swift backlash. Republican State Senator Michael Holmstrom called the ruling unprecedented and accused the court of hiding the truth. He has demanded that sealed records and evidence be made public, arguing that Minnesotans deserve transparency.
Right.
The American people are the most generous people in the entire world. In our country, when you are hungry, we feed you. When you are homeless, we house you. When you're too poor to be sick, we'll pay for your doctor.
And that's true. The United States does all that. In Minnesota, Minneapolis, they definitely do that for people. It's just a shame that the Somalians came and took advantage of that situation, because they probably messed it up for a lot of people. And on top of that, all those taxpayers over there in Minnesota has been robbed. And like I said, they should definitely be highly upset and ready to take action against any and everybody that was involved, from the judges to the governor to the mayor to the Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. I mean, to the Somalians that's running around there. I mean, any and everybody should be held accountable. And I believe that justice definitely needs to happen.
We spend trillions of dollars a year helping our friends and neighbors who are less fortunate than we are. And that's rare in this world. I've been all over our wonderful world. You have too, Mr. President. And in many countries, if you get down on your luck, they'll let you die in a ditch. But not in America. Not in America. We take care of our fellow citizens. But it's expensive. We spend trillions of dollars a year to do this. And that money that we spend didn't just fall from heaven.
And that money that they spend and that money that has been stolen could have helped a lot of people out, like homeless people. I mean, we just heard this man say how they help you out if you get sick, if you're hungry, they feed you. But there's a lot of homeless people out there that is not getting that help. And a lot of that money that the taxpayers spent and that these scammers took could have helped those homeless people out a whole hell of a lot.
We thank heaven for it, but it came out of taxpayers' pockets. And we shouldn't lose sight of that fact, Mr. President. Now, that's why I get so irritated. Irritated is the wrong word. Angry. When I find out that people take advantage of the American people's generosity.
Right.
It makes me want to knee someone in the groin. It just makes me furious.
That man ready
and
to
I
get
think
violent.
the American taxpayers feel the same way. What I'm about to tell you, Mr. President, let me apologize in advance, is deeply disgusting.
That man said he ready to put foot to ass over this, man. And I agree, man. I can't blame him. I mean, everything that he is stating right now is actual facts, man. So if he want to put belt to ass, I'm going to have to support him on that, because these people are wrong, man. They wrong and they out of pocket, man. And I don't like it. And he definitely don't like it. And Donald Trump for surely don't like it.
It's deeply disgusting. I mean, it is clown world on steroids. And when I first read about this, Mr. President, I read it a second time because I experienced slap-jawed astonishment. And when I read it a second time and I realized it was true, I just wanted to run away screaming.
Former federal prosecutor Andy McCarthy also criticized the move. He said judges are normally required to stop a weak case before it reaches a jury, not after jurors have unanimously agreed on guilt. He added that circumstantial evidence is often strong and commonly used to win convictions.
Right. That's all I'm going to say is right. I mean, if the evidence is strong, I mean, there's nothing else to be said, man.
The jury's foreperson said jurors were shocked by the ruling and said their decision was clear. Now the case is headed to the appeals court. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison has filed an appeal, setting up a legal battle with major consequences. At stake is more than one verdict. It's public trust in the system meant to protect taxpayer dollars.
That judge is going down. Oh, she definitely going down.
Blame them and say that they should have been responsible for stopping it, I think that's a pretty hard reach. I think we continue to educate folks about why they shouldn't commit crimes. You would hope that it's being taught both at home and at schools and in our society. But no, I think this idea that the Somali community is to blame for this because they didn't do more, I think.
No, fool, you to blame for it. The Somalians, yeah, we definitely gonna blame them because they been the ones getting caught. But we gonna blame you too because they couldn't have got away with all that money if somebody like you and Ilhan Omar and the mayor, I don't even know what his name is, but people on you guys' level had to help them out, man. They couldn't have got away with that much money, $9 to $19 billion worth of taxpayer money stolen. They had to have some help. And I'm going to blame you, Tampon.
That's how we got into this. And that's, you know, again, I know we're not going to lose the whole plot here. All this work that's being done, Donald Trump brought this.
Tampon Tim looked guilty, man. He looked like he had his hands all in it, man. I see the dirt under his fingernails, man. You got the dirt on your hands, Tampon Tim. It's a damn shame.
To the attention like this is something brand new. This is not brand new, and it's been being worked on. But he made it white hot and very dangerous.
Say like other businesses that you partner with that you use for a service of any kind, maybe transportation or anything like that.
Usually parents, they come like this, drop the kids, they go to work, and then we take care of the kids.
Awesome. And who actually oversees the receipt of those documents?
So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't know.
So I'm sure a lot of y'all have probably seen this guy's video. This is Nick Shirley. And between Donald Trump and Nick Shirley, there's a lot of pressure being put on the Somalians in the Minneapolis community right now. Shout out to Nick Shirley, and I hope he continues to shine light on this subject so we can get all of this under control. I don't think we'll ever get the money back, but at least this scam can be shut down.
open up.
They said they spelled learning wrong.
Don't open up.
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up.
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's...
But how dumb could they be, man? I mean, they didn't even spell the name of this company correct on this building, man. It's supposed to be learning, and what they put, luring. Man, these guys are not as smart as they think they are. And that's exactly why they're caught up right now, man. A lot of them are getting ready to go to jail. A lot of them are getting ready to get sent back to wherever they came from, probably Somalia, I believe. And this just needs to be done, man. It needs to be done. Shout out to Nick Shirley.
taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up. We have ice.
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children?
Don't open up.
And getting $4 million over the...
Open up. It's ice.
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away.
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away.
Are you in favor of that?
The next daycare.
People like that lady, they definitely need to go to jail, because those are the kind of people that gets in the way of ICE and tries to stop them from doing their job. And they also make their job harder because they harbor and hide these criminals, man. And it just doesn't make sense. She definitely needs to go to jail, and people like her need to go to jail. And there's people like her all over Minnesota, man. I mean, they try to protect these different groups of people, and I think they just need to stay out of the business, stay out of ICE's way, and let them do their job.
Center, how much money has this one generated?
This one, in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059. In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
This next one is...
Minnesota also has a lot of people there that's like Buddy right here in the red sweatshirt, the older guy right here. People like Buddy, they will get suspicious of you. They will look into you and investigate you. And if you got anything going on, they gonna get you shut down. They gonna make sure whatever operation or whatever you got going on is gonna be shut down. So I just wanted to put that out there. There's so many people in Minnesota like Buddy right here in the red. I don't know why the Somalians thought they was gonna get away with this.
Literally one block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here we go. All right, we've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here. This door is locked.
This facility is licensed for 40 children. 0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that last daycare center is that green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars. I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door. Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare. And after a few questions, the lady went silent. Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going? We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door. I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids?
Buddy right there like, oh shit, the jig is up. Look at him sending the text to his other homeboys like, the jig is up.
Got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there. What's
How
up?
many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No! You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
No.
you said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist.
I hate when them Somalians start doing that. They act like they don't understand, and then they start talking back and forth to each other in their language, talking about you, and they want to act confused, like they don't know what's going on or what you're saying, and I just don't like that, man. I experienced that so many times with them. Once they get caught red-handed in something, they know they're in the wrong. They always want to act like they don't understand English all of a sudden. They don't speak it. I hate it, man. And, I mean, I know some Somalian people, and they're great people, and I know that there's a lot of good people in the Somalian community, but there's also a lot of bad ones, and there's a lot of them that just act funny. You know, they don't mess with Americans, but they want to live in America. It's crazy.
So right now, they're all getting mad because he's showing the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw one child when the lady opened up the door. So now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner if you're telling me to talk to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day.
Well, for the first time tonight, the state is responding to a viral video alleging more fraud in Minnesota, this time daycare fraud. Since it was posted last week, the video has racked up millions of views, even catching the attention of the FBI director. Lou Raguse has the latest on the response from the state.
While we have questions about
Somalians got the block hot, man. The feds is on them now. You know the feds don't come until they got all the evidence they need to prove that you're guilty. It's all bad for the Somalians right now, man.
some of the methods that were used in the video, we do take the concerns that the video raises about fraud very seriously.
Tiki Brown is the commissioner of the new Minnesota Department of Children, Youth, and Families, which is responsible for paying federal child care assistance to daycares that file claims. She says inspectors went out today to double check that children, in fact, are present. The Federal Department of Homeland Security also was checking those businesses in Minneapolis today. State data Shirley used in his video show those daycares receive millions in taxpayer money.
There have been ongoing investigations with several of those centers. None of those investigations uncovered findings of fraud.
Brown confirmed.
I don't believe that. None of these daycare centers, none of them have kids in there. Now, yeah, they might be an active business and all that, but are they actually doing business? No.
That the daycares in Shirley's video have active licenses with the state and continue receiving payments.
I'm going to say it again, man. There's a lot of people involved in this scam with the Somalians on a high level. And there's a lot of people getting paid or got paid to turn their heads the other way. And I just think it's wrong because, like I said before, there's a lot of taxpayers in Minnesota that's out of a lot of money. And it's just not right, man.
The exception, one that closed years ago, and the misspelled Quality Learning Center, which Brown says permanently closed last week. In a strange contradiction, however, our cameras this afternoon captured dozens of children being dropped off at that daycare. The manager telling us they are legitimate, they are open, and they never have been closed.
So it's a lot of lying going on. And like I said, they're getting help from these people in these high positions, you know, high positions of power, because that lady just sat on this screen and told us that that place closed a week before Nick Shirley went there and tried to holler at him. And then all of a sudden, everybody and their mama is showing up with their kids, all their little kids from the community, trying to cover it up. Man, that's crazy, man. And like I said before, these are not the smartest people, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. These aren't the smartest people.
Now, I confirmed this afternoon that the State Department of Children, Youth, and Families has a total of 55 open investigations related to the Child Care Assistance Program. And the department tells me that they hope to have more information for me tomorrow about their site visit.
The fraud claim.
Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellis.
Man, apparently the block is hot, man. The feds is all over it. I mean, what we got here, man? A lot of people getting paid. It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. They need to give everybody their money back. But I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt that they're even going to be able to recover, I want to say, any of the money, because I believe a lot of that money got funneled out of the country.
Child Care Assistance Program, and the department tells me that they hope to have more information for me tomorrow about their site visit.
The fraud claim. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Kids come to us, clients come to us, their parents come to us.
He said the fraud claims are false. And I know he lying. You want to know how I know he lying? Do y'all want to know how I know that this man is lying when he says the fraud claims are false? Take one guess. Look at that hairline, man. You cannot trust a guy with a hairline like that. Look at this. Look at that, man. I mean, come on now. So definitely, he's lying. He's lying. Can't trust nobody with a hairline like that.
They're here daily. They leave on time. They come on time. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Where those claims came from, I mean, if a group of people does fraud, you don't paint the brush with everyone in that group. You don't say, hey, there's a group of people that are Somali that are doing fraud. Say, hey, every single Somali must be part of fraud. No, we're business owners.
I agree. You can't paint everybody with the same brush and say everybody's doing it, but the proof is in the pudding, man. A lot of y'all doing it. I mean, shit, probably most of y'all doing it. So Yeah, you're right. It may not be everybody, but it's a lot of y'all.
Being a business owner is extremely tough. Trying to raise kids that are not yours, that are others, is extremely tough as well.
Man, this is crazy. The plot thickens by the minute. There's too much fraud going on in Minnesota right now, man. Everybody is getting their palms greased. Everybody's getting paid off. And it's not right. A lot of Minnesotians has been robbed of their tax money that they have been paying in, and people need to be held accountable for this. Hey man, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel so you can be a part of the team. And once again, I want to apologize for my dog snoring in the backyard. She's sleepy, man. She's a big girl. She's a good girl.